Simply Real Health, and we're back with a very special edition of Simply Real Health in the Kitchen. As you can tell, I'm standing in a brand new space. So welcome to the Simply Real Health Test Kitchen. We've got some great videos, recipes, and tips, and all the things you love coming out of this space. So welcome. We are so happy to have you here. Today's episode is going to be about one of the more frequently asked questions that I get, and that is where I go grocery shopping, what do I get, and what do I do with it? I guess those are kind of three questions, but I'll do my best to cover it in a short amount of time. I actually have 3 different grocery stores that I love in the Seattle area, and so in separate videos I'm going to break down what the grocery store is, what I get when I'm there, what I do with it, and why it's healthy. So today's episode is all about my favorite picks in Trader Joe's. So no matter what store you go to, it's more important that you're looking at what's actually in the food and the ingredient label than you are looking at whatever they're saying on the front of the package. And that is true in any grocery store for any food product, anything that really has a label at all. It's really good to check it out. So here are my picks for Trader Joe's. First of all, I love their Just Almond Meal. It says on the front it's good for baking and breading. I use it in baking, I use it for breading chicken. It's a great thing and an almost easy replacement for flour. So if you have gluten problems or if somebody in your family has gluten problems, it's a pretty easy way to swap in and out. It has a great nutty texture. Ingredients, just almonds. Second thing I love, and I love these for busy days when I don't have time to stop for a salad or to make a smoothie, but I still want to get my greens in, which is also something really important to do. Every single day, you want to get the most amount of dark leafy greens in you can, which is why you always hear me talk about kale. So these kale chips are some of my favorite, and it's a zesty nacho kale chip, which sounds unhealthy, I know. But the cheesy flavor is coming from nutritional yeast, which is something that has a lot of great B vitamins in it, and actually every ingredient on here is very natural. It starts with kale, cashews, sunflower seeds, carrot powder, red bell pepper powder, onion, apple cider vinegar, lemon juice concentrate, some garlic powder, and chipotle powder. All things that are normal, all things that are natural. This is pretty much like a salad in a bag, and it does not have to be refrigerated. This is one of those things I definitely keep in my car on those busy days. It's perfect. Maple syrup is the third thing. The Trader Joe's grade B maple syrup is one of my favorite staples to get, and it's a perfect replacement for sugar. So anything you're going to use sugar in, whether it's baking or in tea, it's a great way to kind of upgrade that sweetener to a more natural sweetener, so your blood sugar stays a little bit more stable. So you definitely want to look for the organic version, and definitely want to look for the grade B version because it is much less refined. Third thing, and yes, these are open. Sorry, this is how you know I really do eat these things. I have the roasted plantain chips. So plantains are a variety of banana in the same family, and they're great for kind of that salty, like crunchy when you need a snack. I also love the Trader Joe's organic corn chips, as long as they're the organic ones. That's important. The ingredients on these are plantain, sunflower oil, and salt. So although sunflower oil is not perfect and what I would normally suggest, if you're going to have a chip, these are one of the most basic, clean, and simple ways to go. It's great with guacamole, great with salsa, or kind of crushing them up and putting them on top of your salads for a little crunch is nice. What I also love from Trader Joe's is their organic quinoa. You can do so many things with quinoa that it's definitely a staple in my pantry. All times of the year. You can make it sweet with some of the apple cinnamon morning quinoa. You should check out that video. Or you can do it a little bit more savory, cooking it in chicken broth or vegetable broth, using it with a great homemade sauce, a peanut sauce, a stir fry, using it really any way that you normally would rice. It's also great in soups for the fall and winter seasons. This is a great buy at Trader Joe's. And how can we forget some of their salsa? I love the pineapple salsa. You do have to check the ingredients on some of the rest of them. But this one is very simple. It's crushed pineapple, tomato puree, diced green chilies, tomatoes, pineapple juice, fresh onions, cider vinegar, jalapenos, garlic, sea salt, cumin, all the things that you would normally have if you're making a salsa, and I love this kind of sweet version. Really easy meal is to take a couple pieces of chicken, put it in your crock pot, and cover it with a jar of salsa, shred it, and then you have an easy meal for tacos on top of salads, or just a great snack to have during the day. And last but not least, how could we forget the organic dark chocolate? I love this bar at Trader Joe's because it's one of the very few bars that you can find at almost any grocery store that has chocolate without the soy lecithin in it. So soy lecithin is an emulsifier that's used in a lot of chocolate because it's cheap. But in the ingredients here, they only use organic dark chocolate, which is made of cane sugar, cocoa, and cocoa butter, and dry cocoa solids. So there's no traces of soy, there's no traces of wheat. It's delicious and it's really inexpensive. So there you have it. Those are my picks for Trader Joe's. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this episode and want to see more like it, make sure you sign up for the weekly email at simplyrealhealth.com. There you will get a weekly recipe, a tip, an idea, some piece of advice for incorporating more real foods and healthy living into your lifestyle in a very simple and easy way. Thanks so much for tuning in and see you next time.
I swear when we touched, I saw heaven in your eyes, and jewel-studded clouds floating in your sky.